Well, today I want to talk about an app, Do I Snore or Grind? I have used it just for a few weeks and I stopped using it. There is a reason I stopped using it, but most importantly, because I have switched over to Snore app, which is a paid app. And this one is sort of free. It's not 100% free, mostly free. If you want to do it every day in the long run, you will end up having to pay for it. But if you just want to do it every once in a while, that should be fine. Personally, I think this app is decent enough, but it's not great, I would say. I'll consider it is sort of free. I don't have a lot of complaints about this. Let's look at the interface. The interface is simple enough. You will have to download the app, of course, and then you will start using it. This is the start button. So if you click up the I, it will tell you how to use the app. So you plug in your phone, okay, and the maximum distance from your phone to your pillow should no more than 31 inches or 80 centimeters. Okay, and you're supposed to level your phone to your bed, well, more likely to your pillow and your head. Okay, and then you can position your phone in different directions, but it should be in the same distance, within the same distance, and the most recommended is right here above the head. If not, should be on the left, on the right, and no more than 31 inches away from the head. Okay. You're supposed to sleep alone, because if you have a bed partner who also snores or grind, that's going to create a problem. Okay, now place the phone screen down, meaning you put your phone this way, okay, in order to record, because this app is using a third microphone. Okay, you're supposed to close the window and door, because if there is any ambient noises, if there is someone watching TV next room or walking up and down, going in and out of the bathroom, this app will pick up the noises as well. Now, so that's pretty much the basic thing. So go back to this is the start. Okay, and this app has the options to connect it to the anti-snore wearable. If you go in there, it tells you how to connect the wearable. Okay, I've never used that since I don't have one, and I don't plan on using this app for the long run, so I never really tried this one. And this one is actually Bluetooth enabled. You can set the alarm using this app, okay? And then after the recording, you can add the remedies, what you have done in order to prevent or to reduce the severity of your snoring. And then you can also add factors. So pretty much these are just notes for you to remember. So when you're going back to read your recordings, it kind of helps you to understand why you're snoring more or less or grind more or less. So this is basically like the front, what you can see. But if you can go there are other options. Of course, this is a recording button, and if you have previous recording, when you tap on it, it will show you the date, and then it will show you the score, how many percent of your snoring over your total sleep time, and then your grinding score, and just different dates. Okay, so this is basically just the recording. Now, remind you, the recording actually takes up space on your phone, so be careful if you're running out of space. You have to do it very selectively. And it has a way to look at the statistics, and I haven't paid much attention to that because I was not doing it every day. So if you're not doing it every day, it's pretty difficult to use the stats to draw any conclusion. Now, within the statistics, it has the history, the remedies, what they have used, and then the factors. These two, the remedies and the factors, are the things that you enter, like I have told you previously. And then you can also look at last month, the stat from last month. I have no idea what global is, honestly, because I haven't used this, so I don't have much to show you. Now you go down to setting, it will show your personal information. Okay, like the personal information there, and then it shows your recording. You can share your recording. You can use the biofeedback, and then you can upload the recording, and then you can select it if you want to keep your recording in external storage or internal storage. You can choose that. But of course, if you're using an SD card, the external storage makes more sense, because you put them in internal storage, it will use up your internal storage very quickly. Okay, so biofeedback. So you can choose in the biofeedback here, you can check all these different options. Okay, activated vibration, the length of vibrations. You can choose the number of vibrations, activate sounds, and then all these things, right? So I normally keep these unchecked. I'll go back, and you can upload. I'm not going to upload anything. You can share. I'm not going to share anything. So this is pretty much what for settings. Okay, and has a section explain what a bruxism is. It's pretty much just grinding, and have some information on snoring, and then of course it tells you about the app. Okay, it's not much there. Let's talk about it. Has, you can send them feedback through here, and then the privacy statement, yada yada. Okay, and then you can rate and review the app. That's pretty much. Okay, now I'm gonna go in to let you look at my recording and show you how it looks like. So you already seen this one. I'm gonna go in and pick the one day, so just this day. Now this is what you would see. This is what you see when you go in there. This is history of April 28, 2018. So it has a graph for my snoring. It has a graph for grinding, and then it has a little area for you to add your notes and whatever you did or didn't do. So with the snoring right here, you see those spikes is where it indicates where you actually snore that loud enough for the app to pick up. So, and then it will give you a conclusion of if you're light, very light, medium, or heavy snorer. Okay, and then it will tell you how many % of your total sleep that you actually snore. Like in this case, okay, my snore score is 0.6%, which is not much. It's only 3% throughout the night. Okay, 3 minutes throughout the night. Okay, and then I didn't grind according to this recording. So it tells me I slept for 7 hours, and when I start sleeping was 23:23. So that would be what, 11:23 in the evenings at night, and I slept until 6:23 in the morning. So that's 7 hours in total. Well, 0.6% of the 7 hours will be 3 minutes of snoring. This is how they figured it out. Okay, number of vibrations received, that is 0. Okay, you can delete the recording, you can add the factors and add the remedies, like what we talked about previously. So now, I'm going to tap on this. You can hear, this is extremely difficult to hear because it's not very loud. I'm going to turn the volume to the highest. Okay, not much there. Let's see. It jumps to the next spike where I snored again. That was almost an hour later. So it's pretty hard to hear, so I'm going to choose a different date to see if it's going to be different. Okay, I'm going to pick a date that I snore a lot more. That was in the beginning. Let's say I picked the date on the 28 or 37%. Wow. Okay, that's March 13, 2018. Let's go in there. You see there are a lot more spikes. And I was defined as a heavy snorer on that day. And I slept, no, actually I didn't sleep. Well, actually I have to correct this because the duration is not the total hours of sleep. It's the total hours of recording. So I could be sleeping longer than this, but it's only recording 7 hours. Obviously, that probably is set that way. It doesn't record more than 7 hours. Maybe if you're paying for the app, you may have the option to record longer. But since I use the free option, it seems like every day it records only 7 hours. So that night, it started recording at 12:39 a.m. to 7:39 a.m. So that's 7 hours right there. So according to the recording, my total snore score was 37%. It's 154 minutes of snoring out of 7 hours. And then I did score some grinding there. Score 1 for grinding. Actually, I'm not sure if that was really grinding. Let me tap on it. Okay, there is nothing. You can't hear anything. There's no sound. For some reason, the file has been deleted. I don't know why. I did not delete it. Okay, but listen to the snoring then. Oh, this has been deleted. Okay, I think I know why. Because this is a free app. So it would only keep how many files. I guess if you pay them, they will keep the files for you for longer, I would imagine. Yeah, the file has been deleted. Let's see, what other? Okay, I don't want to delete it. Yep, so there is nothing left. So pretty much it's only the graph, no sound. In that case, I'm gonna go back to the later state. Maybe that's the last day. See, in April 23rd, and see the recording still there. Yeah, the recording is still there. I don't know if you can hear it. I snore a lot louder than that. Now this is the slow lap, and actually I use it to compare it to the one that I was looking at. This Do I Snore or Grind. I'll go back to April 23rd. That's the one. Comparing the score. Okay, and on Snore Lab, my snore score was 16. 10% of snoring, according to Do I Snore or Grind. On the same day, is instead of 10%, is 13%. And the snore score, I snore about 46 minutes. So it's a little bit different number-wise. But I will show you comparing to the Do I Snore or Grind. Right here, if I'm going to tap on here, that is what time? 2:09 in the morning. Okay, now that's 2:09 over here. You can see the difference. You can hear it pretty clearly, and you can also adjust the volume here. Okay. Compared to that, I'm going to stop it. Okay, so if you go back to 2:09 right here, I'll turn up to the highest volume. This is the highest. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I can hardly hear anything. Okay, go back to the Snore Lab. Okay, around 3:42, I begin to snore very, very loudly. Okay, this is the snore lab. 3:42. Okay, that will be here. No, 3:51. I don't know, there is no 3:42 on that one. Let's go to the loudest. That's 3:57. Yeah, I'm putting the phone very close to the recording. You can hardly hear it. So this is the biggest pet peeve I have with this app, because it's just very difficult to hear. Maybe my setting is not quite right. I haven't figured that out, but then it's just not as easy as the other one. But so far, I think this app has the potential, especially if you're not paying for it. It's worth trying. The only problem with this app is that you can only, in the beginning, they will allow you to do a couple of weeks in a row for free, and you can keep tracking it until you hit the, I can't remember, maybe after the second week, and you have to watch some commercial to gain points before they allow you to continue to use the app. And then you continue to do so, and you have to wait. You have to skip a day or two before you can use it again. Well, that's the condition if you want to use it for free. If you want to use it daily, and you have to pay for it. Since this will end up eventually be a paid app, and the other one is also, and this one is also a paid app, I prefer this one because I like the interface. It's a lot better, and the sound, the audio recording is a lot better. I think that the cost is pretty much the same. I think I paid about $9 for this one, and if I remember correctly, the Do I Snore or Grind is pretty much cost the same amount of money. But the bottom line is, what do you expect from an app? If a free app will allow you to record every other day or every few days, and you're happy with that, I think it's worth trying it. And if you don't really care about the volumes of the recording, and if you don't mind, have a very simple interface, and then it does have the basic thing that you can use, and then it does serve the purpose of keeping track of you snore or grind, or if you are getting better or worse. So that's pretty much what I have to say about this app. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I will talk to you again soon. I'll see you later.